dear students, once again very hearty welcome to my channel and a very good morning to you all. Today in this class we are going to continue simple sequential programming. So in the previous class we had solved 3 questions and we had seen how to code the programs, work on their logics, how to type it in Python idle and check its output. So today we are going to work with these 4 programs. Number 1, write a program that generates the following output, that is 5, 10 and 9. Assign value 5 to a variable using the assignment operator, multiply it with 2 to generate 10 and subtract 1 from it to generate 9. So we are going to see how to code this program. So we will take a variable, say num, and assign it, this is question 4, assign it the value 5 using the assignment operator. Now we have to multiply it with 2. So we will write here print num multiplied by 2. This will print what? First we need to print only 5. So we will print only num. Next we need to print 10. So we will write num multiplied by 2. This will print 10. And thirdly we are going to subtract 1 from this value so that it prints 9. So we will write minus 1. Now this program, alternatively you can do it like this also. Num1 equals num into 2 and num2 equals num1 minus 1. So instead of taking num1 and num2, we can also take product, that is prod for the second one, and for the third one we can take sub, or we can also take diff for difference. And then we can print these 3 values. The first value is going to be num. Second one prod and third one diff. So this is how we can provide these values. Now the thing is, over here, because I have used a simple print statement, I had explained before when I was teaching you print, it comes with an end argument, and by default the value of n argument is what? That is /r/n, that is carriage return and new line. If we want, we can change that. So that condition we will be applying on the 5th question. So now the 5th question says modify the above program to print the output as this. That is, so how to do this? So for this question we are going to, this variant we are going to write it like this. End equals at the rate end equals at the rate. So you don't need end equals at the rate over here. Only at 2 places it is enough. First it will print num, then end equals at the rate, then it will print num multiplied by 2, that is 10, print at the rate, and finally it will print the last argument immediately after the at the rate sign, and then it will change its line. And here also we can do that. print, we'll already take num. We have already, I'm only going to do it for this. So it would be print num end equals at the rate. This one will be print prod end equals at the rate, and this one will be as it is. So that's how we will be doing the fourth and the fifth question. Next is write a program with minimum 3 lines of code that assigns first 5 multiples of a number to 5 variables and then print them. So let's do this question now. So question number 6. Write a program with minimum 3 lines of code that assigns 5 multiples of a number to 5. What are multiples of a number? If suppose we have a number 5, what are the multiples of a number? 5. These are the multiples of a number. That is, usually we would be writing it this way. And so on. So the multiples of the number are, multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. So any number, they are saying multiples of a number, that means number has to be asked from the user. So we will write num equals input, enter a number. Okay. Now we have to assign 5 multiples of that number to 5 variables. How to do it? We'll write A, B, C, D, E. That is using multiple assignment of multiple variables. First one will be num, second one will be num multiplied by 2, third one will be so the first value A will get what? Now we'll first print them and then we'll see the dry run. So now we can print the values. So minimum 3 lines of code. Now how it works? Suppose the value of num which is asked from the user is 2. So A will contain what? 2. B will contain what? You can see B will contain num multiplied by 2. C will contain num multiplied by 3, that is 2 3s are 6. D will contain 2 multiplied by 4 and E will contain 10. So this way A, B, C, D and E will contain all the first 5 multiples of the given number 2. So likewise, if you provide any number 3, 4, 5, A to E, these 5 variables will contain the first 5 multiples of the given number. Okay. Now let's come to the next question, the last one. Program to accept radius of a circle and print its area. So let's do this question and then we will see the programs practically. Question number 7. So accept radius of a circle. Now radius of a circle can be provided in integers also and in float also. So let's take eval. Enter the radius of a circle. Please provide proper prompts wherever necessary. Now you have to print the area of circle. So what is the area of a circle? You already know its formula, pi r square. Now where do we get this pi from? Now pi is what? It is a constant. Now in Python we have no way of representing this special symbol because it is a Greek letter and Greek letters come under special symbols. And you know that you cannot use special symbols in identifiers. So for identifier purpose I will be using pi, and 22 divided by 7. So this will give me what? The value of pi. So I'll write here pi equals 22 divided by 7. You can also see that 22 is what? It is an integer and 7 is also an integer. So when you perform any operation on two integers, result should also be integer. But here I want the result in float. So for that you have to set at least one of the values as float. Either you take 22 as 22 divide 0.0 or you can take 7.0. Then area of a circle. So area equals pi r square. So pi multiplied by radius raised to the power 2. Or you can also write radius into radius. That's also correct. Both are correct.
So students, let's see how we can write the program for this question. So the question was, write a program that generates the following output. So you already know the program, so let us start with it. So we will first save it. I have already opened an untitled file. So I will just say print nos.py and let me take num equals 5 and print num next is print num. Now the second one was to be 10, so num multiplied by 2, and third one has to be 9, so num multiplied by 2 minus 1. Now here you need to pay attention to one thing, that is when you are working with expressions like this, num multiplied by 2 minus 1. So here first this part will be evaluated because multiplication comes first in the precedence of operators. Okay, and then whatever is the value of num, it will be multiplied by 2, we will get 10, and then only 1 will be subtracted to generate 9. So we are going to run this program and see. So we get 5, 10 and 9. Let us just try to twist this a little bit. That is, instead of now taking num, I am taking product prod equals num multiplied by 2 and diff equals prod minus 1. And here I am going to display these values, prod, diff, and run it, and you can see 5, 10 and 9, the same output. Next question was to just print it in this form, that is to get 5, to get this, that is 5 at the rate 10 at the rate 9. So how to get this? So for this we need to use the end argument and provide at the rate over here, and remember this has to be provided only for the first two, not for the others. Now when you run the program, you will be able to see that all values are printed with an at the rate symbol in between. Only the last statement won't have at the rate. So this is print the value, print the end, print value, print end. Okay. Next is write the program with maximum 3 lines of code that assigns first 5 multiples of a number to 5 variables and then print them. So this also we had seen. Let us do this. So we'll save this program. First 5 multiples .py. So we will take a number that is n and we'll ask it from the user, enter a number. Now we have to print first 5 multiples, so I'll write A, B, C, D, E equals num, comma, num multiplied by 2, num, because num multiplied by 1 is equal to num only, so we don't need to write that. And one sec. Sorry. Comma, num multiplied by 5. And print those values, so A, B, C, D, E. Let's run it. And this is it. We'll enter a number, say I enter a number 6, and you can see the 6 multiples of the first 5 multiples of the number 6. So whichever value you provide to the number, its multiples will be printed. So you can see that its value has been printed. And then the last one, that is to find the area of a circle. So how to do that? So first we will close this one. We'll open a new document and we'll save it. Area of circle.py. So we will first ask for radius from the user and we will use eval function. Enter the radius of a circle. And as I said, pi equals 22 divided by 7. So I'll simply take 7.0 over here. And area equals pi into radius raised to the power 2. Or you can also write radius into radius. So area of circle is area. And let's run it. Suppose I give the value as 5.5. So this is how I get the area of the circle. So students, I really hope you have understood this lecture. So please practice these programs at on your own computer and see the result. And also you will get lots of errors in the beginning. So please don't be disheartened. Look out for those errors and watch my videos to understand where you have committed a mistake. So thank you everybody. Have a good day.